Hello, everybody. My name is Peter Gantner, founder and CEO of kulaBrands. We're going to talk a little bit today about what kulaBrands is, what does it cost to be involved in kulaBrands, and what can kulaBrands do for you, which is the most important one, right? Is how can kulaBrands help you financially for the rest of your life? So kulaBrands is a unique business model that we've actually filed for a patent on the business model. It's in the patent pending status. The reason why we filed a patent on it is that it is extremely unique in the way it functions. It is the only business that I know of that allows 100% of every participant, the people that actually do the activities that it takes, and not have to recruit, not have to sell, not have to do any of that stuff, but yet can still build a true lifelong residual income. And the way that we do that is in a very unique way. Just to give you a little bit of my background, I've been in Forbes magazine, the Wall Street Journal a couple of times, been an inventor, a creative person in the 1990s, 2 of the top 10 selling toys out there. I had something to do with bringing those to the marketplace and helping them become 2 of the top 10 toys for that entire period of time. And so being somebody who started up businesses, serial entrepreneur, right? I love business. I love to start companies. And the success that we had with those entities, with those projects, a lot of people came to me and they would say, hey, Peter, I have this product, I have this idea, I have this concept, I wanted to bring it to the marketplace. And really the first question I had to ask them, do you have the money and the resources to take it there? And 99.99999% of the time it was no, they didn't have them. They needed to find them. They wanted to look for them. And then in the meantime, I had got involved in the home-based business industry. And I was excited, just like everyone else who joins a home-based business opportunity, because when I looked at it, they said, look, this is just like watching a movie and telling your friends about it. And everybody in the company was making, this person 90 days, they were making $10,000 a month. This person within 6 months was making $5,000 a month, and all this great stuff. So we had decided to get involved in the home-based business industry, and we were actually one of the ones that, and I won't say lucky ones because it took us a lot of work, but we were able to recruit, sell, do all the things that were necessary, build large teams in order to make some decent money in the industry. But the one thing that I noticed is a lot of the people that we had brought in were getting left behind, and it wasn't because they didn't do anything. It was they went and they talked to people, they bought the products, they were on these things called auto ships. By the way, we don't have them here. They made lists and they called people and they came to the yearly or quarterly conventions, right? 4 times a year they went to shows and spent thousands of dollars or hundreds of dollars going to these events. They took the trainings that were offered by the company. They did 3-way calls. They did everything that they needed to do. But yet, each and every single month, they went further and further and further in the hole, with no opportunity to really ever build any residual income because they were they just weren't good at recruiting. They weren't good at bringing people in. And some of them actually brought in quite a few people, but they bring them in and the people would quit the next month. They'd bring them in and they'd quit the next month, right? Or 3 months later or 4 months later, or they'd get somebody in, they'd start doing something, and then someone come along with another opportunity. And because the company said, oh, you can't be in 2 opportunities, they'd quit this opportunity and go on to another opportunity. These are all scenarios, guys, that happen. And so I sat down and said, look, something has got to change. And that's where the concept of kulaBrands came from. And so I told you guys, I was an inventor. I took products to the marketplace. And I thought, wait a minute. When I brought Crazy Bones and Pogs to the marketplace and worked on the other projects that I worked on, the people who helped me, the early adopters, were really important, right? They were the first people who purchased my product. They gave me the cash flow. Then they sell it to more people. And this whole thing started to go. And in the last 10 years, there's been this concept that came up called crowdfunding. And I went, wow, man, I fell in love with it when I first saw it 6 years ago. Matter of fact, I crowdfunded hundreds of projects between Indiegogo and Kickstarter and all these ones. And crowdfunding is really simple. You simply pre-purchase the product. They send you the product. And then they use the money that you pre-purchased the product with, meaning giving them money in advance, me and 1,000 other people or 2,000 other people, and they would use that money then to build the tooling and get the product ready and then ship it to you when they had it ready. So it was just pre-purchasing the product using that mechanism. And I actually thought it was the greatest thing in the world. But then I started to notice a lot of the products that I was supporting They weren't going anywhere. The people they'd make the product, they'd send it to me, but then very few of those ever go to become companies. And I started to look at why. Well, they didn't have the branding and marketing, and they raised enough money to get the project done, but they didn't raise enough money to do branding and marketing. They didn't have anybody to help them sell the product. So they're trying to run the day-to-day operations, trying to figure out how to do sales. And it was just the money part of it, that first part, it was only one part of a three-part solution. If you only have that one part and you don't have the other two, there's no way to succeed. So I thought, wait a minute, I know all these people, my mom, my sister, friends, Wayman. I mean, these incredible people who had put so much effort into the home-based business. I said, wait a minute. They wanted to do that because they wanted what was called walk-away money, right? Mailbox money. I know we don't get a lot in our mailboxes anymore. It's all digital, but mailbox money. They wanted revenue that would just keep coming in and keep coming in, even if they weren't working. And I thought, wait a minute, if this group of inventors over here need crowdfunding, oh, that's people just like me and you, right? I'd crowdfunded 200 projects long before I started kulaBrands. Branding and marketing. Wait a minute, let's think about branding and marketing now, Dave. What is the move in branding and marketing? It's social media. Matter of fact, Nike just did a $1 billion lifetime contract with one athlete for his social media contacts, because that's where it's all moving towards. Facebook, Twitter. Wait a minute, who does all the posting and the stuff on Facebook and Twitter? Who's the driving force? Wait a minute, it's everyday people just like me and you, right? We are the ones that are driving it. And there are people that are making a 7-figure income, 6-figure incomes off of you and I sharing content that they create and share out there. They're getting paid to do it, but we're doing the sharing, the liking, the tweeting, all that stuff. And I thought, wait a minute. Okay. And then the third part of it was that sales are extremely important to the companies. And the problem is that every single channel has a sales process to go through. One of our projects just got done doing with a major online and offline chain. And it took them 6 months to get through the sales process. And she was like, hey, wait a minute, that's a long time. She just talked to somebody else who it took them 2.5 years to go through that sales process to get approved and get it set up. So imagine being a business and have to wait 6 months or 2.5 years before you could start selling your product. It's detrimental because you don't have the cash flow coming in. So I thought, wait a minute, direct sales. So what kulaBrands is we've combined a model that utilizes crowdfunding to help get the inventors, creative people, the money they need, branding and marketing through social media, and sales through the direct sales channel until the product can then go to retail. Now, I know if you're on here and you've been in the direct sales business, going to retail is a bad thing, they say, right? Oh no, you don't want your product. Yes, you do want your product if you've set it up to where the people that helped you get it there, meaning our community, if you get involved with us, if you help us take that project to the marketplace, if you help us with crowdfunding it, if you help us with branding and marketing it, if you help with the direct sales side of it, every single time any of those units sell, that product sells anywhere in the world. Doesn't matter if it's in a catalog. Yes, and catalogs do exist, right? Online, in stores, in the United States, in Canada, in anywhere in the world, you benefit from the sales of those products. See, that's true leverage. So what we've put together is a model that doesn't say, hey, if you go recruit a big team, if you become this brilliant leader, then you can make a whole bunch of money. What we say is, if you support and help a bunch of entrepreneurs' dreams come true by helping them bring their product to the marketplace, you're going to get a piece of their revenue for the life of that. Now, guys, I'm not going to name any companies, but you can go find your 10 top brands, right? Go find them and write them down. The 10 top brands that you love, right? And then think about the sales volume that's being done on those 10 projects, right? Those 10 companies. And then think about if those companies would have used this model and you would have been an early adopter of it and you crowdfunded it. So you simply bought their product, which you love anyway, and you shared it on social media, which you love anyway, right? You love the brand, right? You don't mind sharing it. And then if you think about it, well, how many of your friends are using that product as well? And if you would have been the one to introduce it to them and now they're buying it and they're using it, think about if you were getting a percentage of every single one of those brands, every single time they sold, no matter where and how they sold. That's our business model. Now it might sound, different, right? Because again, we filed for a patent on this. Nobody has ever done this before, but it is real and it is true. We've helped launch 25 plus companies so far, 100% success track record in crowdfunding. We now have those projects being put in the store. Matter of fact, if you go to our on our Facebook or our Facebook community, once you become a member, you'll see yesterday Jen and Ray going from store to store and getting yes for a project that we have called Yehudi. And Yehudi is right here. This is Yehudi. So I want to introduce you to Yehudi. Yehudi is a character from a book. He is the one that turns on the light in the refrigerator when you open the door. It was Jen's grandfather who told her this story. They've turned it into a book. And guys, yesterday they went from store to store to store getting yes, yes, yes for people that are going to carry this project at retail. It may be TuckVisor, right? Another project that we have that's in retail. It's selling. It's selling at all kinds of stores in all different types of places. As a matter of fact, it's on its way to one of the major truck stops in the United States. It's going to be sold in over 200 truck stops in the United States. And of course, if their sales numbers are there, they want to make it a solid full-time item that will be in these truck stops. Imagine, traveling, you say, hey, let's go visit grandma, and you're driving down the road and you pull in one of the truck stops and you walk in and there's a display right there of TuckVisor. And you're thinking to yourself, wait a minute, I simply purchased that product. And now every time one sells and you're standing there looking at the rack and somebody goes by and goes, oh, there's TuckVisor. They pick it up and they carry it to the register and they cash out. You would have gotten paid on that transaction. This is a different model that we've put together, guys. But see, when I looked at it, I said, look, somebody's got to fix the home-based business industry. It's too narrow, meaning it's such a small percentage of people actually have success. And if you become a good recruiter, if you're a good salesperson, you can make good money now. If you're a good recruiter and a good lead, and you can make some good money now. If you become a great leader, which is a very small percentage of people that actually end up doing that, then you can make ongoing revenue for a longer period of time. But this idea of going out and working for a year or 2 or 3 years and then walking away and go laying on a beach, there's not a lot of people that make it there. There are a few throughout the home-based business industry, but very, very few. We are going to have the majority of our people that will have ongoing revenue. Why? Because these companies continue to grow. They don't stop. These are one-time actions. So simply this, guys, you are simply purchasing this product one time. That one time, you don't have to purchase it a second time or a third time or a fourth time. You don't have to go sell it to somebody else. You simply purchase it for yourself. And you have now positioned yourself to where every single time this product sells anywhere in the world, you're benefiting from that product, from that brand. And that's where we difference those. So what does it cost to be involved in kulaBrands? It's $299 one-time cost, guys. One time. There's no monthly website fees. You do get a sales site, but we don't charge you for it. You do get a back office, but we don't charge you for it. We do not have yearly renewals. You're not going to get a notice saying, hey, you've been in for 12 months. Now you have to pay us again to stay in. We're actually grateful that you joined in the first place. So why would we charge you to be here, right? There are no minimum requirement that you have to spend in order to be in it. So there's no auto ship or auto delivery type of program that you have to be on to be in kulaBrands or be a part of it. Now, if you're going, I love this. This sounds great. I want to make money every time somebody goes into a store and purchases a product just because I bought it or because I shared it on my wall or I liked it or I commented on it or I tweeted it. However, I don't have $299. That's okay. We have a payment plan. It's $20 a month for 18 months. So that's a year and a half, $20 a month, and then it stops. At that point, there's no other future charges moving forward from there. There's no yearly renewals. All that stuff is the same. And you can simply get in and start enjoying great products, helping achieve the dreams of entrepreneurs all over the world, right? These are people that are willing to get up every day and go fight a battle and build their dreams and go do what it takes, work those 12, 14, 16-hour days in order to successfully build a company 6-7 days a week. But all you have to do to benefit from their efforts, from their work, is to go and buy a product, share a product. And I know I've said that about 8 times, right? But it's that simple. It really is that easy to be a part of kulaBrands and build that residual income. You know, being wealthy is about leverage. If you really think about it, that's what you're doing, right? Whether you're building a team or whether you're buying real estate and multiple homes eventually, or you're in franchising, right? 1 franchise is a job, 3, 4, or 5, you start to get some freedom from that. It's about leverage. If you're an employer and you have a company, when you have 1 employee, you might be making some money. You get to 10, 20, 30 employees. If you're leveraging their time properly and your company's functioning, you're making more and more money the more and more employees that you have, right? The more you leverage other people's times, efforts, and talents. But there's a lot of risk involved in all those that I just talked about. What we've done is we've put together a model that reduces that risk. And it simply says, support and help entrepreneurs, dreams come true, help them in starting and building their companies, their brands into national brands. And then every single time those products sell, you are going to get a royalty on that. And you can participate in 1 brand, 10 brands, 50 brands. Every time we come out with a new product, you can participate in any of the ways that you want to do it. Or you can say, you know what, that product's not for me. It doesn't fit with my lifestyle. It doesn't fit with who I am. It doesn't fit with whatever it is, your culture, whatever that may be. Just pass on that one, wait for the next one to come out, and boom, now you're ready to go. And you can be involved in that one. You don't have to be involved in the crowdfunding. If you say, no, I don't want to buy the product, but you want to share it, you can simply share it online. If you say, you know what, I'm not really into sharing a lot of stuff and I don't like the crowd, then you can simply just sell the products. Or you can just sell the products and you can crowdfund the products. Or if you go, I don't really want to pay for something and wait 3 or 4 months to get it, then wait till it comes out in the sales side of things. Go to your website, buy it, make a commission off of it, or an affiliate commission, as well as get the points in the pool and make the residual money off of it. Maybe somebody is like, I don't know if but maybe you like to go to stores and bring on new accounts. We have a program there where you can bring on new accounts, make some upfront commissions, as well as residual income. Maybe like, I don't know any of that stuff, but I do like to go to shows, right? You like to go set up at booth and sell things at shows. You can do that and build points and immediate revenue right away. Guys, we have something for everybody that's out there. And again, you may be one of these people, I don't like to talk to people, I don't want to, but I will crowdfund, right? I'm willing to give $50 right now, wait 6 months to get a product, get that product, receive it, use that product, and have that build up over the course of time. So again, guys, it's true lifelong residual income. Please check out what we're doing. Get back with the person who's Facebook while you're watching this on. Talk to them, because we do also have a way for the people that do like to influence or refer other people to programs where you can refer other people and you can benefit from that. No need to do it if you don't want to. We have lots of people who are not referring anybody. They are still making, they are still building residual income that will continue to come in for the rest of their lives. So thank you guys so much for joining us. We appreciate having you here today. Have a great Saturday and happy St. Patrick's Day.